Nice steady gain.
Second and a couple.
Five wide. Middle. Out. Alert. What's that?
Now Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. You talk about this Seahawk defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. After the turnover, here's Locke. And he's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1. Locke's going to sneak it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Drew Lock with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded right at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
56, on the ball.
On play action, Allen. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll toss this out right to Walker. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Duggan looking to throw. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And it's 3rd and short.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Here's Allen.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with Hines. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3.
To the air, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Half 85, half 85.
Motion man is Shakir.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
Well, partner, this drive has been a model of efficiency. They've done everything they've wanted to. And the defensive guys, they've got to be getting frustrated. They can't figure out how to get off the field.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Locke to throw.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Seahawks 14, Bills nothing.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Block now to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away.
Back deep for Buffalo is Nyheim Hines.
And taken right on the 30.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Uchenna Nwosu from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Derek Hall able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Ken Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, you talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action. Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. And you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Allen's throw is complete, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bills first down.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This is Hines. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On first down, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Allen now looks to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Allen now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Allen off the play fake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Locke.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Taking it right down Broadway.
How about this? He's to the 10.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kenneth Walker
With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start the drive with Cook. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Now Cook running right.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
There he goes, right side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker, 70 yards. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still, 4th down upcoming.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Here comes Reed.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
2nd down and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
242 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up...
They'll go for it. It's Locke. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a good 3 yards as they convert on 4th and 5.
8-yard pickup.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Again, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll run for it with Charbonnet.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, Walker.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 59, Bills nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for